Hello, everybody. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my goodness. We're telling your followers that you've started a live video. Okay. So, here I am, videoing away. Hang on. We're telling more followers to join you. Okay. So, it's just so great to be able to do this and say hi to everybody and to sign these posters. Actually, I ran out of posters and had to order some this morning at the very last minute and dashed downtown. And so it's been quite a hectic day. Okay, well, hi, David. Hi. I've seen people do this all the time in other places. I've never really, well, I did do it once, but I think I was out of it that day. Hi, Moon Prism Studios. Hi. Wow, look at all these names. So, hey, Susan, it's me, Stephen Pattison from Plantation, Florida. Hi, this is great. You're going to be tired of hearing me say hi. I'm so proud of you for doing this, Susan. Loved the live chat. Oh my goodness. Disney Mom. Hiya, Susan. Hiya, Disney Mom. A request to be in your live video. Yes, of course. How do I say yes? Just yes. Where do I press something that says yes? Do you remember voicing Natalie from Metabots? I actually do. I loved that. Everything's okay, Dad. Yeah. Because, no, I'm not substituting something for the crab. Yeah, no, I remember that. I loved that. Actually, that leads me into something that I wanted to mention is that I've been working on my animation demo, and it started to get really long. So I changed it from an animation demo, and now I've called it my animation retrospective, because then I'm allowed to make it as long as I want. So it's not so much, if you're a voice actor, you put together a demo, it has to be a certain length. So, and that's only to get work. So this isn't for me to get work. This is for me to look back at all the beautiful, fantastic projects that I've done through the years and share them with people. So Ezra Moreno, who is just a wonderful, wonderful friend, who's now stationed in Italy, about to become a sergeant in the U.S. Army. Hello. And he did this. With me being very bossy, cut this here, cut that there, all that kind of stuff. And I'm really, 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 oh, you know what? Don't lift your head up like that because Mr. Light's going to shine on your glasses. I'm really, really proud of it. So I'm going to be releasing it as soon as I release my website, susanroman.com. I've had the domain for, 4 or 5 years, and I'm finally going to put together my website, and I'm going to put my beautiful retrospective, my animation retrospective, on that website, and I'm so excited I can't even begin to tell you. So I am going to start. I know that I'm supposed to be reading. Hey, Susan, was there any production differences between dubbing the Sailor Moon TV series and the Sailor Moon movies? No. No. You have to remember there were these huge, huge gaps between recordings and between studio time. So it just seemed it would go away for 6 months and then you'd go right back into it. We would work at different studios and we had different directors along the way. But the essence of it was still the same. So, I think people have to understand too, is that we mentioned this in the panel, we usually recorded our parts alone. So some days I would go in and I would record something from episode 121, 128, and 131. And so there was no real feeling of having gone in and, performed at Carnegie Hall or something like that. It was not like that at all. So, and the fact that I didn't get to work with the other actors in the series, very, very rarely, like maybe once or twice out of the whole time that I was doing it. And we actually all got to know each other when we started doing appearing at Comic-Cons together. It was kind of like, oh, hi, I was Sailor Jupiter, I'd shake your hand, that sort of thing. So I'm so glad you're back on social media. It was just off everything for a while there. I think I'm a very private person. I know that I am. So, but it's good. It's good to get out there. What would happen if Sailor Jupiter traded places with Snowy for one day, and would Jupiter have romantic feelings for Tintin? That's a great question. I don't know if she'd have romantic feelings for Tintin. He was a different personality sort, I think. But she'd have all the time in the world for the dog, for sure, because that dog is just absolutely wonderful. One of my favorite parts ever. So I'm going to sign my first poster, which is for Nicole. Please write... I do voice work. Please write one of your favorite quotes from Lita. Okay, so I am going to, I know exactly what that is. He kind of reminds me of my old boyfriend. He's dreamy. So instead, it would take me 4 hours for he kind of reminds me of my old boyfriend, but he's dreamy. I think I will do that. So make it out for Nicole. Look at this. Oh, I tell you, for Nicole, boop, boop, boop. He's dreamy. I love saying lines like that. He's dreamy. Love. I always call her Jupes. I like that. Love Jupes. And I always put a little tat on her thigh because I like to think that she's with it. She's totally with it. Or she would be if she were living like right now. She'd be a lot more with it than I am. Okay, Susan Roman, and the sign of planet Jupiter, which actually looks a lot to me like a 4, I'm just saying. So there it is. Okay, there we go. That's for you, Nicole. Thank you very much. And of course, you don't want these guys to smudge. And so now I'm supposed to, very high tech, mark complete. And now the next one comes up and it's for Courtney. And Courtney says, Sailor Jupiter is one of my favorite scouts. That's nice. Along with Neptune. If you could write, can you believe it? Software update? Have these people, these gremlins, got no sense of occasion? All right. Courtney, Sailor Jupiter is one of my favorite scouts along with Neptune. I just said that. If you could write this quote, it's not nice to pick on people weaker than you. I agree. It's not nice to pick on anybody, but especially people, yeah, but that's one of the key lines, isn't it? So I'm going to make it to Courtney. To Courtney. That's such a pretty name. I love it. To Courtney. It's not nice to pick on people. Pick on people weaker than you. I don't know. It's just anybody who picks on anybody just kind of makes me just a little angry inside. Well, actually, very angry inside. Again, a little tat on her thigh. Love Jupes. That's such a fun name. So this is a true story. When I just mentioned that I had to go and pick up some more posters today because I ran out. And the guy who answered the phone at the printing house when he found out they were for me, he was a Sailor Jupiter fan. And so he wrote back, and he was real. His name was Robbie, and he was very, very complimentary. So when I went to pick them up, he wasn't there, and so I think one of the other people who worked there said, "Oh, he's gone. He's not here. But here are your." And so anyway, I signed a little something for him. Anyway, there we go. How about that? Okay, it's not nice to pick on people who are weaker than you. Thank you very much, Courtney. All right, so now I go mark complete. You see, even when you're doing things like this, you have to do bookkeeping. And I'm not a very good bookkeeper. No. Now, this is for Xavier Vargas. What a great name. That's like a movie star name if I ever heard one. Okay, Xavier, I got to make sure that make it out to Xavier Vargas. Okay, all right, for Xavier, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Vargas. What a great name. Sometimes I wish I had a more glamorous sort of, you know what I'm saying? Susan Roman. It's just very, meat and potatoes. But I think I'll stick with it after all these years. Okay, and I mustn't forget to put the little tat on her thigh because I like it. So that's Love Jupes. So I was just thinking, here I am signing away, and you get this incredible view of the top of my head. Oh, yawn. Okay, Love Jupes, Susan Roman. You know what they don't tell you is that, and Sailor Jupiter sign that looks like a 4, but I'm just saying, they don't tell you how strong these pens are. If you get it a little close to your face, and after, like, you're just signing away, and after a while you think, what year is it? What planet am I on? Oh, it must be the pen. So, put it away for a sec. So there you go, Xavier. Look at that. See, this is when I say the tat. That's it right there on her thigh. Isn't that wonderful? I love this one. So thank you so much. And that will be sent off to you really, really soon. And now we have make it out to none. Special instructions, none. Okay, so that's none. All right, so that's just going to be Love Jupes and my name and that's this. Now I'm doing my stage name, and now I'm going to do my real name. There we go. And no, I won't do any embellishments. I think this person wants it very, very plain. So there we go. That's just a plain old signature. And you know what? I always put a little heart on her thigh. There we go. Because I like it. There we go. Doesn't that look better? Yeah, that looks better. Okay, mark complete. Susan, you are the sweetest. I met you years ago in Toronto, and I told you me and my boyfriend broke up of 4 years, and you told me I'd find my tuxedo mask one day, and you were just so kind. I adore you. Aw, your name's gone by. Oh, for heaven's sake. Oh, it'll come back again. That's so sweet. Thank you. The lights here are making things impossible for me to see. I hope you did find your tuxedo mask, right? Just hang around garden centers. Just kidding. You know, the roses. What? And a very bad joke. Okay, now we're on to Jose. Special instructions. If possible, please add Jupiter power to the signing. Jupiter power. Yes, absolutely. You see, everybody should wake up and say something like that. It just gets your blood rolling, right? And it just fills you with positivity. Okay, so I'm going to do 2, Jose. And I bet there's a little accent aigu on the E. It didn't come. I don't know whether to put it there. But anyway, okay, then I won't. Because maybe it's Joe's. I don't know. And Jupiter power. I adored. Yeah, I could not wait to get in my chance that day. And if I was doing, 3 or 4 shows, they would all be different in all the different shows. Oh, it was wonderful. You kind of walk out of there and feel that you got rid of a lot of stress. Jupiter power. Okay, love, Jupes, and we put the tattoo there. Okay, and my name. And sometimes, if you inhale enough of the felt pen, you kind of go, what was my name again? And you say, ooh, I have to put this pen away. Has pronto. Okay, Susan Roman, and there we go. That's for you, Jose. Thank you so much. Oh, I have not been letting them dry. I'm a silly, silly person. Okay. And now there's one to Henry. Special instructions, none. Well, Henry, you just like things simple. That's good. I do too. I've got something positive from Disney legend Karen Dautrice from Mary Poppins. I hope I pronounced her name incorrectly. Correctly. It's starting already. I think it's just such a wonderful thing that nowadays people are so much more aware of who does the voices. I know when I was growing up, I would watch a cartoon and I would think that those voices just appeared by magic. I had no idea that there were actually people who made those voices. It just never occurred to me as a kid. Watching Bugs Bunny or whatever, I didn't know there was a studio and actors and scripts and recording booths and all that stuff. I just didn't, it just did not pass through my brain at all. And now everybody's so aware, which I love. I love the awareness. Okay, so this is to Henry. Okay, for Henry. There. Love. Jupes. And a tat on the thigh. And my name. I try to vary the place that I put my name so I don't, get stale putting it always in the same spot. You know what I'm saying? There's the sign of Jupiter. And that's for Henry. Thank you, Henry. Okay, so that should be dry now. And that goes there. Oh! Wow. Okay, so this next one, am I actually allowed? Of course I could. I've chosen a poster. This is funny. This one doesn't get as much mileage as the others, and I really like it. But there's something written on here. Do you see that? That's not going to work. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. That's better. Clean as clean can be. Okay, and this is to... what a great name. Oh, all these great names. Derek Gully Armetta. Special instructions, none. So, this turns out to be the poster that has the least amount of available space to write. It always turns out that way. Okay, to I'm going to have to refer to this. What a great name. Oh my goodness. Derek. And then the second name, or second two names, are hyphenated. Gully Armetta. Oh, can you stand it? Such gorgeousness. Okay. And then you, Susan Roman. Derek Gully Armetta. Sometimes I think my parents were just eating boring pills the day I got named. Okay. Love Jupes. I really, really like this one. I call it the fierce one. Because she does have, there is a, pardon me while I, vanity. What you just look up and, oh, I think, can I just fix my hair a little bit here? There we go. Okay. Love Jupes, that's me. And, oh, good, I did it. I got everything on the white part. So this is the fierce look, and I like it because this is another side to her. It really is. And I was also going to put a little sail on here. That's one of my favorite expressions, sail on. So, there we go. There we are. Isn't that, I like this one. I do. Okay, so that's complete. And then we have David. Please sign picture to David, and could you add a Sailor Jupiter catchphrase? Thanks so much. Enjoyed watching the show back in the 90s. Well, thank you. That's really, really nice of you to say that. And a catchphrase that I'm actually rediscovering, because I just saw this episode the other night. Somebody sent me a clip from it, and it's when Luna starts talking to her, and she says, "When did you learn how to talk?" Like, excuse me. It's so funny. So that's going to be that's the catchphrase I'm going to put on this one, David. Okay, to David. Boom, boom, boom. When did you learn how to talk? It's too bad there wasn't enough time for her to say, "You're a cat. When did you learn how to talk? And what are you telling me about all this power I have? When did you learn how to talk?" Okay, and that's to David, and that's Love Jupes. Okay, and I always put little parentheses there, and there's my name. Oh, look at that. I can see the clock in the background. Isn't this amazing? Okay, there we go. And there she is. And this is for David. That's a good one too. I love my posters. I like limiting it to 3. I find I used to have a whole whack of them, and I thought it just got a little confusing, so I just chose my favorites. Okay, and now we have Tony S. Please write, "I am the pretty guardian who fights for love and courage." Any doodle. Any doodle. I think that means a doodle, right? Thanks, Susan, for an amazing and badass Sailor Jupiter. Oh, my pleasure. Thank you. That means a lot. Okay, so this is Tony S. Okay, Tony S. Let's see if I do this, then I can stay in the frame of the camera. I am the pretty guardian who fights, I love this one actually, for love and courage. Wow. Who fights for love and courage. You see, the whole thing is, this is what I love so much about this series, and why it was so special. A lot of times, especially in the past, they would always have female characters kind of, you know, not necessarily on great terms with each other. Like maybe very friendly and smiley when they were face to face, but as soon, you know, that stupid stereotype, as soon as someone's back was turned, they would say, oh, did you see what she was wearing? Or blah, blah, blah. So females were often portrayed that way, especially teenage females, you know, as catty and all that kind of stuff. And that was what I loved about this show so much, is that people, they all, no matter what, they had this bond and they defended each other, and they got angry with each other, and they sometimes said some things that were unkind. In the end of all, they were always there for each other. And to me, that's what it's all about. It's called loyalty. And it's not that you have to be loyal to every single person on the planet, but when you find someone or some people who are part of your life in a really positive way, then you just walk to the ends of the earth to defend them and to support them and to be in their court, even if they're, you know, maybe doing something that you're not crazy about, you know, dressing a certain way, talking a certain way, hanging out with certain people. And you get angry or whatever, but you say to yourself, that's, I'm here, or to them, I'm here for you, right? I don't agree with what you're doing or saying, or I do agree with what you're doing or saying. Doesn't matter. I'm here for you, right? They got your back. Okay, any doodle. Well, I'm going to do a dipsy doodle. There we go. Doodly doodly doo. Actually, that's pretty. I like that. All right. Love Jupes. And my name. Okay. There we go. There you go, Tony. How's that? There we are. Okay. And just keep those apart. And the next one is make it out to none. Okay? So this is a straight signature. Okay. There we go. That's fun. It's fun to, you know, when you were a kid, you would write your name over and over. When you were bored, you'd write it in the back of your text, not your textbook. Oh my goodness, no. And we used to call them scribblers. And just over and over, little realizing that one day you would actually be doing it as part of your job. Wow. Dream come true. Okay. Jupes. And love. And that's for no one with no special instructions. I mean, someone ordered it, but they want to remain anonymous. Okay. And we have Liz. Hi, Liz, if you're there. For Liz. Do you remember working on Maxie's World? Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh, look at these things that are coming up from the past. Blake, oh, that's Max Moscone, says, do you remember working on Maxie's World? Yes, I do. And Kid Music, do you have Sailor Moon DVDs? No, I don't. Can't afford them. No, I'm just kidding. I have bought them for friends. But no, I don't. It's very hard to get the old dub on DVD, I believe. Don't you think? Courtney. Hi, Courtney. Courtney, that's so familiar, Vander Dusen. I'm sure we've met before. And if I've forgotten, please forgive me. For Liz, no special instructions. And sail on Love Tubes. So another thing, you know, when they did not the new dub, but because the new dub is just basically the same animation that was in place, except, you know, remixed and re-edited, that was in place 20 or 30 years ago. I just kept saying, how could those skirts get any shorter than they already were in Sailor Moon Crystal? Kind of. Now, you know what? I'm wrong. The skirts weren't shorter. I think the legs were drawn longer. Really something. And the thing that just brings it to mind is when I look at these posters. I mean, these legs. If I had legs like this, had legs ever. No. And this is for Liz. Thank you so much. There we go. I mean, look at those. Oh my goodness, look what I didn't do. The tat. There we go. All fixed. All fixed. No problem. Okay, I gotta kind of skedaddle here. Jazz. If you could add your favorite Jupiter line, that would be amazing. Jazz. That's another great name. All these great names. Okay, for Jazz. Boom, 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 boom. My favorite line. Okay. He's dreamy. It's always fun to say stuff like that. Can you imagine somebody in real life saying, you know, oh, your new boyfriend, what's he like? He's dreamy. It's just such an old-fashioned... I think that was, you know, Beach Blanket Bingo. Annette Funicello in the 1950s said stuff like that. But it's so cute. Okay. Love Choops. And my name. And this is for Jazz. There we go. There you go, Jazz. Oh, I just got a big inhale of the pen. Okay. Yes, there we go. Make it out to Tyler. Please include Jupiter Thunder Crash if possible. Jupiter Thunder. See, and you have to get your whole body into it, right? Crash. See, I don't want to break my microphone or alarm the neighbors. Can you imagine? They say, are you all right? We heard some yelling in here. Okay, Tyler. For Tyler. Boom, 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 boom. And Jupiter. I'm going to put exclamations after each one. Thunder. Crash. Boom. That's funny. It's fave Disney movie. From a Disney mom. Fave Disney movie. I think it would have to be Snow White. No? Like the original? The one that has been around for 50 million years? Yeah, that's Snow White. Okay. Jupiter Thunder Crash. Love Choops. You know, I have... one of my strongest memories, the very, very first film I ever saw in my life, and all of a sudden I'm blanking. I don't know if this was Disney, but it must have been Disney. Must have been. Was Bambi. And my neighbor who was babysitting me, I was 6, took me to see it at a school gymnasium. They just, on a Saturday, invited all the kids in. I don't know. Some amazing thing. Let me just go back to Tyler. There we go, Tyler. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I was sitting, I've never seen a movie in my life, and I was sitting in the audience, and of course Bambi, I was just mesmerized. And when Bambi's, I don't even know if I can tell this story. When Bambi's mother died, I started to cry so heavily that the usher came and took me out of the cinema, which wasn't really a cinema, but there were a lot of kids in there, probably 200 or 300 people, kids, and I just couldn't stop crying. I mean, I didn't realize that it was not real. I thought it was real, and I was heartbroken. And the person babysitting me was so angry because she had to take me home, so she missed the rest of the movie. What a memory. Anyway, to this day, I cannot watch that movie. I can't. Nope. So this is one of the things, too, that everybody always says to us at Comic-Cons, that watching the show had an impact, a really strong impact on their childhoods. And I completely understand that. When you watch something when you're a kid versus when you're, 16 or 17 or, even 13 or 14, it's not this, you have more of world experience. So when you're a kid and you attach yourself to certain characters or certain scenarios, they're there forever. I completely understand. Look at me to this day. If someone said, or if I could stream Bambi, I would not do it because I would remember how I felt when I was 6 years old, and I would not be able to overcome it because that's how embedded that emotion and that memory is in me. All right, this is for Paulina. A quote is possible. Supreme Thunder. Wow, that's one of the best ones. How about Supreme Thunder? And, of course, it always ended up with a crash. Crash! A little tat. Love Jupes. There we go. And my name. You know what I just realized? It's Friday. I've just been thinking that it's like Wednesday or something all day. Okay, there we go. This is for Paulina. We've got the right number and everything. Look at all the glare here. Holy moly. Glare City. Oh, we know who this is. Perfectly understandable. Huh. Oh, we know who this is about. A Disney mom. Would Lita team up with Avengers or Guardians of the Galaxy? Absolutely. Any memories? Maxie's World is something I really don't think about, like ever. My cat is named Lita after you. Courtlethy? That's so cute. 2023 marks the 100th anniversary of Disney Kid Music. I did not know that. Can you say hi to me as Natalie, please? David Mzengi. Hi, David. Oh, I got to remember that one. How did she go? Oh, hi, Dad. Everything's going okay. Yeah, I'm working on my thing. Yeah, I made a few sales, but mostly, just breaking even. Dad, I'm not substituting whatever it was for octopus. Forget it. Something like that. I have a clip from there in my new animation retrospective, soon to be released. Okay, here we go. Paulina. That's another pretty name. Paulina. Okay, a quote is possible. Supreme. Wait a second. Oh, look at that. Look at what I've done. Supreme Thunder Crash, Paulina. That's that. So that has to go. And now I'm on the next one. So I'm going to be one short. But it's okay. They're in the next room. Make this out to my loyal fan, Allison Turman. Oh, I love it. To my loyal fan, Allison. Is it 2 L's or 1? Oh, it's 2 L's. Allison Turman. I love loyal fans. To my loyal fan, love Jupes. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. See, there's that buzzword again. Loyal. And there's my name. Susan Roman. And the sign of Jupiter. Okay, there you go. That's for Allison Turman. There. Thank you, Allison. Thank you for your support. We need support. All of us need support. Make it out to nobody. Please add the quote, Jupiter Thunder Crash. I will. Okay, so I'm just gonna sign. I'm gonna sign my name here. I'm gonna change it up a little bit. Susan Roman. Ooh, isn't that? You can hear the oof. That is so strong. This stuff. Boy. Okay. Jupiter Thunder Crash. Jupiter. The light's weird, eh? All over the place. Jupiter Thunder. This is for Lita, Miss Lori author, Miss Lore author. Thanks for you and your teammates for inspiring me and being my friends all these years. Thank you. That's so nice. Really. It's always nice to think that you maybe inspired somebody or helped them get through something that was a little tough. There's no better feeling in the world. Absolutely not. Okay, Jupiter Thunder Crash, and we need a tot, and, oh, goodness, got my Jupe's signature. There. Okay. Oh, right. I have to change that. Okay. That number. There we go. This is for someone with the signature. So I'll be right back. 1 second. Okay. Because I messed up that poster before, I was missing one. So this is going to be, this is for Vincent. No special instructions. Okay, here we go. For Vincent. And love, Jupes. So I'm just wondering, I mean, somebody from like some really big hit series, they must have like 25,000 autographs to sign. It could take a long time. Okay, Susan. Let's see. And, oh, no, I can fix that later. Okay, Susan Roman, Jupes, and here we go. For Vincent. There you go, Vincent. So we have reached the end of the autographs. Let me just make sure that I have mark complete. Good. Okay, that's it. Just gonna see. Sorry, I got cut suddenly. Did you say hi to me as Natalie? I did. Fan mail address. That would be my agent, ETM Management. That stands for Edna Talent Management on Dundas Street in Toronto. But I have not been to my agency since before the pandemic, and there is this big pile of mail waiting for me there. Oh my goodness. Every time it's just, you know, downtown. I live way out in the beaches in the east end of the city, to go just for that, and it's like right downtown. So traffic and noise and so I haven't been there in a long time. I have got to go and pick up. There's probably quite a few posters and whatnot that I should have signed in the last 4 years, for heaven's sake. Okay. Did you say hi to me as Natalie? Hi. Yeah, so it's just, hi. Oh, hi, Dad. Okay, nothing, everything's good. Yeah, I made a few sales. Just cutting my costs, actually. No, Dad, I'm not substituting hamburger for octopus. I forget what the line is, something like that. Can you say goodnight to me? David, you've got to stop with this Natalie thing. Good night. Good night, David. Will you do another signing like this again? That's from Claire. Absolutely. I'd love to do this again. This is so much fun. It's kind of like virtual, except it's very one-sided. I mean, I'm sitting here just talking to myself. It's very, usually when you talk with people, you carry on a conversation, you get something bad. I can picture it. Lita in an arm wrestling match with Captain Haddock. That's from Ace O Spades. That's actually a good image. Captain Haddock is from Tintin. So Tintin was, as I said, one of my favorite series to do because I had no lines. I played a dog. Snowy. And he was always drowning. He was always falling off a cliff or something. And that dog, oh my heavens, just such a great character. And no lines. I mean, I would go in and there would be, this is Snowy walking across the tundra. This is Snowy walking, into the water and walking across a lake or falling over a cliff. So there's no actual dialogue. There was dialogue actually when I first auditioned for it, but they decided to just cut the dialogue and just have the guy bark. My kids love Tintin. This is Claire McFit. Now let's just do Claire. I've truly enjoyed this. Thank you so much. You're wonderful. Oh, thank you. That's so nice. And I love the fact that your kids love Tintin. It never kind of caught on in North America. In Europe, it is huge. You have no idea how popular it is in Europe because they kind of grew up with the Tintin comic books. Anyway, do you have a fan mail address? Yes. So, my agency would be, Edna Talent Management, ETM on Dundas Street in Toronto. I can't stop. Oh, that's David responding to me about Natalie and Metabots. Natalie and Metabots, that was just a one-off. I think I only did one episode. I'm pretty sure I only did one episode. So that's the thing, too. When I was doing my retrospective, and Ezra was really, really good about this, he'd say, I found another show that you were in. So the thing is, it makes me sound like I'm losing my marbles, but you would go in and do an episode of a show, and it would take you about an hour to record it, and then you'd leave and come home and work in the garden or do whatever. So it just went right out of your mind, especially if it was 20 years ago or 25 years ago. So now with the internet, all the stuff that you've done before is appearing all over the place. And wow, it's just amazing. I think, that was pretty good. Yes, I like that. Because that's how you didn't really audition for things back then. They knew that you had a good range, and they would say, oh, why don't we just get Susan Roma to do this? So there was a kind of a stable of folks who they would call on regularly. It was a little less formal. And so that it was very, very good for me because I kind of learned on the job. Because there were no animation classes. Nobody taught you anything. And all there were, basically it was just Mel Blanc. And it wasn't that he was going to help me out a lot. Oh, I should have trained right at Albuquerque. He did help me a little bit. So, but we didn't, I certainly never got to do stuff like that for sure. Everything was a lot straighter and plainer. And then I was thinking of one series that just didn't catch on. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. That was a great series. It was lovely. Really, really good. I think we only did one season on that. And RoboCop. That was a terrific series. Really, really good. Oh my goodness. I was looking at some footage from it. Just very, very dynamic and very well played. Very realistically played. Even though, of course, the whole concept was a little bit out there. It was really realistic. So all of these things, as I mentioned earlier, are on my animation retrospective, which is a kind of like a little mini movie. No, it's not. It's not that long. Trust me. It's about 8 minutes or so. So that's going to be. I'm going to be just presenting it along with the unveiling of SusanRoman.com, which is going to be my work website. The fact that I was able to get SusanRoman.com, that it was available, and it cost something like, I don't know, $9.65. I mean, it was cheap, cheap, cheap. I said, I can use my own name and a .com, not some other dot that's not necessarily very easy to remember. Who can forget .com? And it's SusanRoman.com. I said, well, this is my lucky day. And of course, I've had that domain name for a long, long time and never got the website happening. So now I have a date, April 1st. That is my deadline. So it's been fun. Listen, I really want to see it. Look forward to it. She's the voice of Sailor Jupiter. Oh, there you go. Are you from the Twilight Zone in 1985? Walls James. Whoa, yes. Wow. Isn't that a really bizarre episode? Yeah, so I used to do a lot of on camera. I drew Melissa Raccoon with curly hair, Crescent Art Designs. I love it. Can you, send it to me or something. When I have my website, we can get this organized. Or send it to me here on Instagram. Hello. I think, did you enjoy Chris Mayak interviewing you? Oh, that goes pretty far back. That's Kid Music 98. Yes, I love all of my interviews. I just think it's great. I think that it's so nice that anybody cares, right? That anybody wants to listen to what you have to say. The Twilight Zone episode, and this is like so many years ago. They realized that there are cameras everywhere in their house, filming them while they're just living. Boop, 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 boop. And it was so bizarre in that day and age to think that Big Brother would be like, he would open the medicine cabinet and there'd be a little camera in the medicine cabinet. And yet we are so close to that now. It's just absolutely amazing. So I just saw the trailer. Is X-Men 97 on Disney? I have no idea about X-Men. That was one that I just never got around to doing, so I don't know very much about it. So on April Fool's is when your website starts. Good point. All right, let's make it April 2nd. I hadn't even thought of that. Phyllis Henderson. Hi, Phyllis. How are you doing? I'm just about to say sayonara, but so glad you dropped by. Wow, one of the best real estate agents and designers on the planet. Oh, it's so nice to see a familiar name. Brooke Killam, 1656 joined. I'm actually just about ready to depart. Home on the Range, 20th anniversary. Blake Smith. Home on the Range. Okay, 20th anniversary. I'll remember that. Yeah. So in the meantime, here on the East Coast, it is coming up to 8 o'clock, and I am so hungry. I'm amazed you can't hear my stomach. As I keep going, ooh, I think so. I think you can hear that. Long past supper, but hey, this has been great, and I hope Streamily asks me to do this again, because it was great. It was great being in the panel before, being with everybody again, and thank you to every single person who supports the original version of this show, which is very, very dear to my heart. And thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I have to figure out how to get out of here. This is always fun. You know, me and technology. Let's do it again sometime. Yes, yes. Ace of Spades. Oh, hope you like the Flintstones. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. All right. I think, because I'm supposed to record this. Save this, because it is being recorded. So I have to make sure that I do that properly. Let's hope for the best. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye. See you next time. Thank you.